Well, we're a day late and $1 short. As you saw us playing in the mud and the snow 2 days ago, the snow's gone, but we're still struggling. We can't find any bales that aren't frozen to the ground right now. So the ones that we know aren't frozen to the ground are those Krone high density bales. So we have some hay that's gotta go, and we're gonna start shipping out the rest of those. So we threw on the 2-bale hugger, and we are gonna go move them closer to the road. Because why? It's so muddy, we can't get the truck in the field. So we are gonna take the telehandler from the stack, drive everything to the road, and load on the road. I'm glad we put them new tires on, because we just keep getting this thing muddy. It was showroom clean when we put them tires on, and this thing's been mud bogging. So watch this, guys. Well, they say farming ain't easy, and there's a reason for that. And one of those reasons is today. You're gonna see us in the mud in this telehandler and doing things that some people say, can't that wait till tomorrow? Well, we've been waiting for tomorrow for a few weeks now, and the weather is not in our favor. So there are people screaming for hay, and we need to fill some of these orders. We got to get this hay out. So we are gonna, and just as I said, farming ain't easy, I'm stuck in the telehandler. I was just about to say, these tires couldn't have come in a better time. I don't know how this video is gonna go. I might call her quits. It's so windy outside, the audio is gonna be horrible. I'm gonna have to call a friend. I'll get back to you, hang tight. All right, I narrowly avoided getting stuck there. I'm sorry I couldn't film that for you guys. Let's just not think about that. But I'm actually leaving marks in this field. This field is a little wetter than I thought. I came and walked it an hour ago just to make sure it wasn't too bad or it wasn't gonna make a mess. And well, I don't like what I'm doing to the ground here. Thought we had a cool video planned here today with high density bales, but I might not be able to show you what I want to show you. All right, today's video is not going to be everything I thought it was going to be. What we are going to do is try and beat the snow. There's about 5 centimeters of snow coming over tonight. It's been dry for the last few days, but obviously there's quite a bit of groundwater from the snow that's been melting. There's one client in particular that really needs these bales. His cattle are out of feed, so what I'm gonna do is kind of follow the topography, the height of land in this field. I'm just, because it's gonna be drier, and I'm gonna bring these bales just 2x2 over with the telehandler to the field approach, and then we'll load on the road. It's the only way. This video is, we're not in control of the content of this video. Farming ain't easy. As a test, guys, check this out. That stack of bales were made with the Krone Varipack V190, whereas the 5-foot bales that are not high density have been freezing to the ground in our stack yards. So we're in a totally different field here. Let's check out and see if these bales are stuck to the ground. These are 5-foot bales coming out of our John Deere 568 baler. So if you guys can see here, excuse the dirty window, these are the 5-foot bales coming out of our John Deere 568 baler. They're tearing, and that's not good. We are not going to be able to ship these bales. I am very disappointed. This is going to affect the client that needs these bales. We have them stored on a slight slope. As you can see, good water drainage, a little bit of a snow drift on the one side, but you know, they're relatively dry where they sit on the ground. But that is hashtag disappointing. I am very disappointed. I wish the client that needed the hay right now needed the Krone high density bales, because we can ship those. We can lift those off the ground. They're not frozen to the dirt at all. All right, let me regroup. Third attempt at this video. I gotta figure out what that third attempt is. Hang on. All right, guys, third attempt at this video, and I think it's gonna work. The plan is gonna come together. Like I said, the fella that we sold these 5-foot bales to really needs them. He's out of feed. I just gave him a call, and he's okay with some of them being a little torn on the bottom. I hate sending out product that isn't just right. This is really going to bother me. I'm going to lose a little sleep over it. You know, you spend all year putting up a product, growing a crop, keeping it alive, harvesting it well, and then during shipping something messes up. So I am going to push my comfort here a little bit. I'd rather hold out and not ship these out, but he needs them, and otherwise we're gonna lose a sale. I told him and showed him a picture actually of so far the worst bale and how it's about 50% torn on the bottom of the bale. He's okay with it. He needs the hay. He wants this hay. I feel horrible. Try to have pride in my work, but some days I'm not that proud of tearing a bale. I wish he wanted those high density bales, because I would way rather be shipping those out right now, because they're not breaking when they're frozen to the ground. Well, they're actually not freezing to the ground. So anyways, we're gonna go back to plan number 2 and not move all of them. We're just gonna move the minimal quantity that we need. We're gonna move 38 bales over to the roadside. Watch this. There's the 4th one that's broke. We're doing okay. We're probably compromising about 20% of the bales, 20 to 30, let's say. Kind of a shame to ship these out, but the client verified he's feeding them right away and he needs them. So I guess they are on their way. All right, it's settled. We've got a topic of this video. High density bales for the win. We kind of had an exciting road trip video planned for you today, but this video is not going to be that. We're changing our mind. My dad is going to come give me a hand a little later, but in the meantime, we are going to just keep this video short and sweet. These high density bales are the way of the future. I can see it now. We had that Krone Varipack baler for a bit of our season last year, and everything that we experienced with that baler was positive. And this isn't some big plug for Krone, even though it should be. They built a fantastic baler and we are loving it. The 4-foot bale versus 5-foot bale, that's a mute point. We're not debating that anymore, because 4-foot bales do make more sense. These high density bales are going to be the way of round baling future. They are faster and more efficient to build. You get more hay inside a bale, and like I say, we have had such a positive experience with these high density bales now. Here we are. It's the beginning of March. That was 8 months ago when we were baling with that baler, and we are still seeing the benefits of this baler. Things that we never even would have considered when looking at a technology have just kept coming to us, and we're gonna embrace it. So mark my words, here we are, March 2025. In the next 10 years, I'm pretty sure every round baler on the market is going to be gone away from variable core and soft core bales. They have their purpose. There is a reason for them, but balers that are capable of going to high density levels are going to be the way of the future, because you can dumb them down to lower densities. There are times where you don't want a high density bale. For instance, when you are putting up hay because the rain clouds are coming and it's a little bit tough. But with these new technology high density bales, like I say, you can decrease the tension on them. So here we are, absolutely loving the fact that these 4-foot bales don't have the same surface area, touching the ground, spoiling in the winter. And now the high density fact that they don't act like a sponge. They're not absorbing as much water that's touching the ground. We're sold. Our next baler is going to be a high density baler. Anyway, enough of me talking. You guys want to see some tractor action? Oh yeah. Not sure if you guys can see that or not. On the bottom of that bale right there, there's actually water dripping out of it. You know, we've been shipping out and moving around some of these high density bales, and when I say they don't act like a sponge because of the density, I mean that. It is crazy how when a bale is dense, it just doesn't absorb that water. The path of least resistance is to stay on the ground versus up into the bale. I think the title of this video is going to be High Density Bales for the Win. So the crazy part is yes, we are shipping out these 5-foot bales that are not high density. However, if the scenario was turned and we were able to ship the other load of hay out that's left in this field, we would have been shipping out the high density bales. And those high density bales would have had zero compromise, zero structural compromise by the net wrap. Focus, focus. Kind of nerve wracking when you squeeze the grapple and you start lifting up. I don't know if you guys can see the telehandler jump at all, but that's the resistance from these bales being stuck to the ground. So the telehandler's having to lift quite a bit harder than it should just to lift 2 bales. These 2 bales are probably only 2,800 to 3,000 pounds. The telehandler, that doesn't even break a sweat, but you can almost feel the back end coming up, getting a little bit light because they're froze to the ground. Just that much more resistance. Kind of like Velcro. All right, I'm getting silly. Frozen to the ground? Nope. Have I said high density bales for the win yet? I'm gonna have to ask Santa for one of these balers. Going on the wish list. Have you guys noticed how the bale grapple's hardly even twisting going over this partially frozen rough ground? 4-foot bales only add up to 8 feet wide, so there's not as much torque and twist on the loader. So again, we just keep finding hundreds of these little small wins with these high density bales, let alone the 4-foot configurations. Well, there it is. A load of 38 bales, and I'm gonna make it home in time for supper. So thanks for watching this short video, guys. It didn't go as planned. I'm sorry about that. We had bigger plans for today's video, but farming ain't easy, and we weren't in control of some of the variables today. So we'll make a quick short video out of this one, and catch you guys on the next one. Maybe there will be 2 videos this week. We'll see. Thanks for watching, guys.